First and 10, Taylor now. And able to work his way down to the 16. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Let's go now.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey!
Again, it's Taylor, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Okay,
from the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jonathan Taylor with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is in his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The Bills at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Allen. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago and in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
Play action. Here's Hurts. He's got a man complete. The 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
That's about what you would expect, since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'll guarantee you it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Allen. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, 2nd and right at a yard. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back.
Touchdown, Bills! Stephon Diggs, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills are back within a score. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Hurts. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On first down, Hurts dancing to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Pick made by Terrell Bernard. And the Bills are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. So after the INT, it's Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Steps away. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. To the air, Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. 23 yards the pickup there. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 2nd down, there's the option going left. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Throwing now is Allen. The decision to scramble almost got him the first, just short 9 yards, and it brings up 4th and inches.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Allen now on the sneak. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
We just totally get the sense there that a field goal was not in the game plan at all.
And the boys up front, they created the surge. I think they knew that they had the leverage advantage.
Oh, that's a great point there. Being able to get lower than the defensive front, create just enough space.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. After the sack on 1st down, Allen on the move to his left. Finding Knox there, complete. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal.
Half 85, half 85. Hey, home.
Here's Allen. Flushed out right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. The kick by Bass is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage,
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Allen going to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves, right?
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Pick made by Terrell Bernard. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
56.
Here's Allen to throw it. He's got the hook up with Diggs. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Allen now looks to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there. And now...
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it. Down by 2 scores.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try to get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Allen now on 1st down. And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating, steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. But plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
They're just going to run it here up the middle. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. He's going to air one out. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Now Cook running right. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Kyron Johnson there on the tackle.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. Rolling to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Allen. Left side caught by Diggs. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Quick throw here by Allen, complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On 2nd and goal, Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Reggie Gilliam, his first touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And my goodness, another interception. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down. From the gun, it's Allen. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made it.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback.
And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things.
with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They run once more with Taylor.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
68 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
To the right side, this is Taylor.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Running left, Taylor.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And now here's another interception.
Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Bills will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now Allen. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. To throw, it's Allen.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Allen off the play fake. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Allen uncorks one for Davis. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it. So they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides would be thrilled with that.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter.
Bucs rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback.
And look at this, he's going to keep it. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.